Hi. So, yeah, there's actually not that much to talk about with this one, I think, probably. Unless this ends up being 2 hours somehow. Uh, I'm mostly just gonna explain all the strats, yeah, because, yeah. Read out this fucking thing. You know. So I think there's, like, literally no nuance or, like, anything about this at all that's interesting. I did the back boost there optionally. But these are like 3Fs on the jump. Yeah, it's for nothing. Also, I guess the speed at which you enter a bird affects how far it throws you for some reason. So if your dash ends before you hit the bird, this upright will be tighter. You like grab the wall right down here. It doesn't matter, but it's interesting. Uh, yeah, it is nothing. I guess something is that I lost a couple of runs due to just greeting this ultra, trying to do it like as optimally as possible, resulting in death. Obviously that's just dumb, but like it's the second flag and we get a bit silly at times. Okay. Yeah, I don't think anything happens here. 16 actually has some like nuance shit that maybe someone could learn from. Oh yeah, it's possible to clip through both of those jellies. It happened to me once in the like 600 attempts I got here or something. Okay. So, yeah, you can grab this and climb up. It's silly. Then you gotta go left a bit and then super. This corner kick I thought would be a problem input that like I just always randomly die to, but it didn't really happen. I guess you just get good at it. You might be able to get a visual cue. I don't even know what I did. I just learned the timing. You can skip this wall bounce, but like I preferred going faster. This one, do not full jump. Look at my jump press and note how I release it. Do not full jump. That makes it work less. Also, you can bumper, huh? You can buffer jump here. And then also buffer dash because the jump comes before the dash because of how Dreambots work. Also, this input is stupid and it shouldn't be. You can't buffer jump out of this. Like you normally you'd be able to jump on like this frame. Like you can jump on this frame before the 3 free zones come, but not on this jump because that just doesn't line up for the corner kick. You literally just have to wait a bit to jump. So you see, I did that there, and then these jumps are closer together than you'd think. I hardly know it. Yeah. Flag 15. Wow. Okay. So you can save this by, if you like end up here, just make sure you did an even number of dashes so that the block will be up when you hyper left dash and you can go back to retry if you fuck it up. That's what I preferred doing. But yeah, you kind of just do these. Something that sort of helped was like holding upright for longer than I thought. But I don't know, it's mostly just muscle memory, really. This ultra's weird. You want to, like, to get the most speed possible, you want to try dashing, like, as soon after you come out of this portal. Because when you enter this, you're going to stop holding that direction, which means you're just, like, you're going to be holding that way, which will lose your speed. So you don't want that. So you want to dash as soon as possible. And yeah, curve it. Uh, this this one you start it up left and then really quickly go up as opposed to the ultras at the start. It's faster than you might think. That's a wall bounce. Fuck this ultra. I curved up way too late for some reason, so it ended up being weird. But yeah, just make sure you don't press upright too soon because that will stop your ability to curve your dash if you're like going at this angle. And why it's just a hard input. I don't know. I don't have any advice. So these 4 dashes are for moon black cycle, so the corner boost, the black corner boost off of is lower. So worth noting, these platforms, these jump throughs, this might be fixed eventually. But vortex helper attached jump throughs. If you like collide with both, if you're like in the middle here, you touch both the jump through and the move flock, it like double pushes you up and you don't get any coyote and you can't jump and it kills you. And that is a thing in like several of these. Like you just have to keep that in mind. Like you have to keep that in mind here, you have to keep that in mind later. It's yeah, any advice for this? No. I mean, I did a max height with no slow fall wall bounce. I found that lined up nicely. Also buffer wall bounce here. I waited a tiny bit to hyper here. Like, not instantly. Just wait a couple... Did I do it instantly? No, I waited a couple frames. Yeah, wait a couple frames so it's higher and shit. Yeah. And this is dash like sooner because the block's moving up. You get it. You want to not hit the spring low, but if you do, it's fine. You just have to do this dash precisely. That's like a weird part. You also might want to wait a bit here so that this block is at a good spot. Also might want to do a higher jump than you think. And then delay jump off of this so it has more time to push you up so that this is less tight. And yeah, that's a back boost ultra. Demo into that so that if when you up dash up left, the buffer frame is further away and more comfortable. Minor optimization. This is what the moon black cycle manipulio is for. Also, worth noting the freeze frames from this, like you have to account for them. Yeah. There's like strats here I didn't like any. That grab I do there is slightly intentional to like... What I mean slightly intentional? It's intentional to slow down where like... Yeah, the blocks past it are further away and it lines up better. Yeah. So when you screen transition, you can either get no speed or a lot of speed. It doesn't really matter, but it's funny. Yeah. I'm not even like, there's like nothing to explain really. I'm just pointing out all the strats. I'm pretty sure this is a 3F. Maybe it can be a 4F sometimes. I don't know. Whack input. Yeah, initially when I started this, I thought the timing of the moving dream block would be a problem, but it is something that I just got used to. In theory, if you were slow here, you might want to fast fall here to speed up, but that like stopped happening to me. You can like land here in instant hyper, but I prefer that less. I prefer it less because like if you wave dash, you can just press jump for a short period of time instead of having to do like a weird instant hyper jump release timing, you know? Wait a bit on that left press, perhaps wait longer than you think before the dream hyper because it still takes you the same amount of time to go through a 3 block wide dream block despite it moving the direction you're going. There's not much that goes into this, I think. Like, you can dream all done. Even if you dream single jump, it's fine. If you miss this jump crystal, you can down left into the spring and then left demo and then screen transition and go back. Yeah. You can also like neutral and then go back and then jump so you don't have to line up for this gap, but I didn't. I just thought it was nicer to not. It's smoother input. I don't know though. That's precise. This I released jump during the freeze frames, and I think did a left jump? I'm not actually certain. Yeah. I think there's like a fully buffered strat, but I just found it more awkward. You can also like hold grab to get lift boost off of this and go higher, and keep a jump. I also didn't like that. The strat makes it this more lenient, you know. Almost died here. If you don't hit the middle frame, the run is dead. I'm sorry to inform you. Alright, warning, PSA. You see this wall here. It appears the frame you pass it. Make sure you don't like press okay, imagine on this frame, I was like 2 pixels further right, and then I press jump. I would wall kick off of the wall, and that just fucks everything up. Just don't do that. Just like wait to jump a bit, and it's fine. And then, yeah, it sure is flag 11. I did like my dragon fruit the maestro, which I think I stole from Olive, who probably stole it from someone else. Yeah, go at like the same pace for these, except speed up on that one, you know. This is literally just... wow. So, you gotta make sure, there's like a flag trigger, I think like somewhere about here is the bounding box. You have to hit that, or else the ending of the flag will not work. So you have to hit that. Yeah. I time my jump when the ice fall is like a bit past touching the flag thingy. Also, whether you want to like press jump like on this frame, somewhere around here, so that like if you miss this, you still buffer and hit this. Or like, yeah, you know, it's fine. Do whatever. But like, make sure you're doing something that allows you to kick off both if you need to. Like if you just go for the bottom one, that's way harder. But who would do that, right? I would. I did that for a while, and it's terrible. I just like gaslit myself. It was a big, stupid, dumb mistake. Yeah, it's fine to jump off the second high one. You just have to like react and do this differently. I did some slow fall here to make this more lenient. And I also just held jump from that and tapped my second jump twice for this. Timing on this is like when this overlaps this guy, you can fall down. And then this climb jump is so that you're in a like consistent place because max speed. And then you can just do 2 jumps, land on it. Oh yeah, this is a bit scuffed here. I went a bit lower than I would normally, but I correct for that by slowing down a bit so that and then that got closer than it usually always does. But like ideally you don't jump that low. Like maybe here or here, but not here, you know. And yeah, nuances to this feather. You want to release left before hitting the wall to get a good bounce, and then you can start holding down a couple frames after. And then you want to keep holding down. Or I guess you don't have to. Apparently. But if you hold down, or I guess don't hold down, you get bounced upright, and that then you go into holding upright, and we're good. If you mess that up, you can chill here, and then corner jump here. Like, this is set up for max height. Wall bounce, and then 5 jump, corner jump here. Yeah. There's a swap block that pushes you behind these clouds. And if you do the dash into Battlein, like, to the left, and then drift right into her, and it takes long enough, you will be, like, fucking over here instead of in the middle and trigger soft lock prevention when entering that screen. It's very wacky. Okay. Flag 9, there's not really that much. I made sure to hold grab here, just in case you end up being low, you can grab the side and climb up, it's fine. This pixel I go for is always good. I think there's some pixels around it that are also good, I don't fucking remember. But I just always went for this one. This strat I just deadass think is bad, I never switched from it. You should probably just reverse super up left. The buffer dashes are kind of just scary. I just learned it like that and was too lazy to change it. Yeah, then you go. I prefer to do a buffer demo wall bounce here because it set up the height well. Like some people do some weird like 5 jump shit, and I'm not about that. Yeah, pixel line up here to land here, and then another pixel line up here. First hanging pixel, and then up left buffer right demo. Do not buffer this dash, so that you can like go past here. Apparently I was 1 frame off of buffering that dash. That's... Oops. Yeah, see, don't be like me. Okay. You can save the wall bounce here if you miss it by doing a full jump off the top 0.75 of that pixel. Yeah, nothing happens here. Alright, so I had no deaths to the screen, except for last session where I died to it fucking 3 times for some reason. I don't know, just make sure you like grab and throw this boulder throw the rock at a good place. And like, not when you're moving up so that you take too long, but also not when you're moving down too much. Yeah. I ended up preferring this strat, but I did just die to it the run before, so your mileage may vary, I guess. I don't know. Do whatever. Hold jump for slow fall because I think that matters. You know. Movement. So this one, you want to purposely do these terribly. Like, do not optimize for height. Grab the ball instantly. And then that lines up for a neutral there. That's at least what I did. Make sure you don't throw this too late, and make sure you don't like stop moving right, like well before you throw it. That's bad. Yeah, that's a buffer. You want to dash early so you have more speed, so that reaching this is easier. I did this left dash buffer to be higher, so that there wasn't any risk of like grabbing the boulder when you were in the spikes and dying for it when it set your speed to 0. And yeah, Pombo. Yeah. I preferred the bumper boost here, but I don't know. It's up to you what you want to do. It just kind of felt nicer. It also made it this second up dash. The second up dash is bufferable if you're higher enough, and like not bumper boosting makes it more bufferable more of the time. If you dash to the right of this, you can buffer and up left into it, and you're good and you live. Which is what I thought happened this run, but it didn't. So this is why I timed this very poorly, but lived somehow. And yeah, they didn't fucking patch the lift boost scam here. But I'm pretty sure lift boost scam... Okay, this is what Viddy said. I didn't check it myself, so if this is wrong, blame Viddy. Unless I misunderstood. But I'm pretty sure it's the 6th frame after getting on top of a moon block, after dashing into it at regular speed, where it doesn't move horizontally, and it could potentially move downwards. And if that happens, that's when a lift boost scam happens. So it happens on frame number 6. So I tried to avoid that. Obviously, it was easy to do that here, because I was just so low that I could not be on the block for 6 frames physically at all. But even in situations where that wasn't the case, you try to avoid that. Did I do it here? Let's see. No, okay. But if I'm too high when I do this down right, I do a little down press to get lower, which it might be smarter to release right, but I always like the down press. If you miss this, you go to the left, you can buffer an upright into it, and then buffer an max height and upright into this guy. But it kind of fucking sucks because, like, on 10% of the subpixels, you hit it, like, I think 1F earlier, and that, like, throws everything off. It also, like, just generally shifts the timing from the main strat. I don't like it, which is why I just go for the updash into this thing. You do have some variable height, but at least your horizontal position is consistent to a pixel. Yeah. There's a strat here where you bumper boost and buffer down dash, but I fucking hated that strat so much. It kept killing me. I didn't like it. I was very, very bad at it. So I just timed this. Also went way too early on this up left. Buffer that up right. How I do this bumper clip is, I don't know. I deadass don't know. I just kind of like, after doing it a bunch, I know when I hit it in a good place that works. And then you can left demo, right demo. Make sure to not buffer this so that it is actually crouched, because you can't demo if you're crouched. That's how that works. And yeah, I took an extra bounce here. I take extra bounces here to line up in the middle pixel to make holding left always work. Also worth noting, because how bumpers work, they put you in launch state. If you're in launch state, directional presses do nothing. You only exit launch state when your speed is below, I believe, 220? Your total speed. So, like basically that means pressing right here versus pressing right like here is the same thing. Also, this was terrible. This was just scuffed as hell. So you can like demo into this, or you can not demo into this, and I preferred not demoing into it because it felt much more natural. And I think it's like the same window. Except the thing about the demo window is you can be too high and hit this, which I think is kind of ass, which is why I prefer not doing that. Yeah. This is hard because when you do this demo, you're in like a variable position slightly. So you have to adjust your timing on this up left accordingly. So you up left demo into this one. I up left demo into this one. So that, like instead of, imagine Madeline being like here with a normal hitbox, like bam, rectangle there. So then you hit it on that frame, so you're like low. But if you were crouched, you would be below the bumper and would hit it the next frame, where you'd be further left and further up. So that's the benefit of demoing. There's like strats to skip this down dash, but I never tried. I think this is variable 2, 3F very rarely. You want to not demo the upright into this spring and then demo this upright, because being crouched on this upright helps a small amount of the time. Here I dashed on an early frame, but there is like if you dash on an early frame, you want to dash early for the corner boost. If you dash on a late frame, you want to dash late because you're higher, so you dash later, so you have less, you know. Yeah, corner boost. Okay, that's that. Let's go. Oh, so yeah, this is going by really quickly. There's not much to talk about, I swear. Yeah. So for this, wait on jumping so that dash cooldown runs out, so that you can dash really soon. Also release jump so you don't get an upwards boost from this. Also, you can climb jump out of dashes with the no grabbing variant. So make sure you turn around or release grab first, or both. You gotta carefully modulate your grab presses, but it's probably easier to just turn around. This is definitely one of the inputs, I think. For this, it's literally the same thing as the other one, like the layer jump. I hate this stupid fucking input. I think you're supposed to do the left dash upright sooner, and I like didn't. I almost waited too long and almost died. But it's fucking stupid. But yeah, there's this just like left dash upright really quickly, I think. I preferred that to skip the funny. Yeah. You can also skip this, but I didn't like it. Yeah, max height, spring buffered, sets up demo corner kick. Which is precise to like 0.1, but it always works because corner correction. I had a strat here where I grabbed this and then jumped up for a consistent position on the wall bounce. I think it's pretty nice. Make sure you don't do this dream hyper too late, or else you can be too low and not retain speed cap past the corner base block. Which, by the way, I've seen some people jump and then right dash, and I think that looks way fucking harder, personally. But it's up to you, I guess. I don't have anything to say. If you drift left a little bit, this up dash is a buffer, which is good. Don't full jump here because you'll die. Do not hold right on this wall bounce. There is no reason to, and it makes the up dash here like a 4F instead of a like 20F. You have to go like at a mild pace for these bubbles, but you have to make sure you do this left dash buffered, because if you don't, the door will open and like before you reach it, and that's very bad. You do not want that to happen. I wonder if there's like some silly strat with like corner jumps. That'd be funny. Wouldn't be good. Yeah, max height, up, left, up, up. Yeah. Obviously hold right before you do this corner jump so the spikes don't kill you because you're moving away from them. That's how spikes work. I developed a strat for the start of Ivory that didn't involve this platform, and then I purposely destroy it so that it's like if I fuck it up, I can just go back and I don't have to depend on that platform. Go in that hole, full jump, max height, down right, buffer jump, buffer down right. You can buffer this ultra. You can buffer the jump on this ultra, it's fine. Yeah, Gultra, and then I did the something you'll be seeing a lot of later, this flag, where you neutral drop and then down right, and down left, and then again. And then you press jump for slow fall, but make sure to not do it too early, because you still have, like, Coyote here. And it'd be bad if you press jump here. Press jump just, like, later than that. And yeah. I used to do intended, but then I just decided I really wanted the fucking golden. Max height here so you can buffer jump on dash CD1 and then buffer dash the next frame to guarantee you don't kill dash attack by colliding with the ground. I don't know if people do different things for this. I genuinely just never checked. I just did what I found. Hey, you do this. You bring the jellies over. I guess there's like sorta some very slight, not really nuance to this. But like, I tried to get as much height as possible from these and also do them late so I get pushed up from the jump through. But like if you're low, it doesn't matter. You can just walk it off of there. Yeah, make sure to put all these jellies to the right. Put that jelly somewhere. Yeah, you know. And then the inputs here for railgun are you wait until you like finish picking it up, and then you press down. And that drops it. And then you dash. So you press like down and dash. And then you just do that a bunch. And then from here you can just hold grab. It's fine. If you have unlucky positioning, you will clip through this. That's fine, you just have to go through the dream block around again and try again. Yeah. I used to do 2 left presses for that, because I copied Clantis' video and he did that, but I much prefer 1. It's just, like, more comfortable. At least I think he did that. Maybe he literally could have not, and I just, like, hallucinated it, and I'm insane. I made sure to not buffer jump here, because if you end up grabbing too high, you just slide back down and pick it up. The visual cue I had for this was, like, spring around the edge of this block, but it's not that important. Yeah, climb up here so that you can buffer. I would like corner boost here, and it's nice and smooth. This probably isn't that interesting. Maybe you like gain some knowledge from this if you're going for the golden dome. Maybe. So assuming you buffer this down dash, which I don't think I did. No, I did. I so did. Okay, assuming you buffer both of these dashes, I'm pretty sure every situation makes it able for you to buffer this Gultra, so you should do that. However, I didn't here. But I think buffering the Gultra is always good, because if you jump on dash city 5 and buffer everything, you're gonna end up like very far right here, and if you don't buffer, you lose. So it's a good habit to get into for that one. Clean. So yeah. If you buffer jump on this and buffer dash, you're always able to buffer this Gultra, which is what I did. You can be too high here and bonk your head there. Please don't do that. Also, let's say I was 1 pixel further right this frame. I'm pretty sure if I tried to do the smuggle, I would die. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So, it shouldn't be like that. The refill should be like a pixel over, but it is like that, and you have to deal with it. So I tried to not do that. Yeah. Also, I like pressed right, I think, before I started moving here. Or did I? Yeah. Or no. I released left, though. Or did I? No, I was holding left a bit. Okay, but yeah. Like, if you hold left, there's only 0.2 pixels that fail, but if you don't hold left, it's like the whole pixel. Yeah, that's that. Buffered, you face left, and then you buffer dash and grab, and also buffer the release. It's all buffered. It's hard, like, you gotta do this dash at the right time, though. If you don't, then it's bad news. This is literally just it's slightly tighter than a regular Dream Hyper, because there's a frame where you have to drop Theo first. But other than that, it's a Dream Hyper, but you have to do it down diagonally. Not technically, because you could have movement only down and dash only left and press demo, but like that's kind of weird and wacky. Yeah, you can just again buffer throw out of this. It's nice. You can do this up smuggle sooner than you think. That was a huge issue for me until I figured that out. You don't have to do the regrab here. You can just throw Theo and hyper and regrab Theo. You don't have to jump here. Like, fucking Sumber is doing terrible shit to the minds of many. But no, you don't have to jump. You can just throw Theo, no jump, and then hyper. You have enough height because you're going up. It's fine, it works, I promise. You can also, like, throw it left on the last one, but I didn't trust myself to do, like, an exotic input like that. Okay, so yeah, hold upright, grab for a consistent like cycle. I don't know, it's not that important, I guess. Like if you have a different cycle, that's fine. I found it much easier to skip the jump off this red block. I thought it was kind of ass. But if you don't get this cassette boost, you can like upright and then jump off of it, and you can save it. It's fine. Yeah. So generally, cassette boosts in this, you don't want to buffer them because if you happen to be the pixel above it when it activates, um, it won't give you lift boost on frame one, which is sort of rare, but also just don't buffer, you know. Which I'm not sure if I buffered here or not. I think I did. You don't want to do that. It can kill you rarely. Also, go a bit slower than I did here, because look at how this only just now activates. Yikes. Barely... Could you get the lift boost here? That's very close. Go slower. I died to this input, and I almost died to it again. It would have been so tragic. You can also crouch jump here, which might be better. It's probably better, I just never fucking tried it. But you should probably crouch jump here. It just wasn't my strat. Oh yeah, yeah. There's also like audio cues. Uh, that's a thing. Not really many for this start. I mean, you end up doing some that go to the music, and you like pick that up over time. But like there's like a note I just jump here. Bam, 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 bam. Like that one. Bam. There. I went a bit early, as you can see. Yikes. But it's fine. I also jumped a bit high, which is why I... Like if you don't crouch, you can do a 1, 2, or 3F jump, and I think I did 3F there. If you crouch, you can do, like, way more. It's just, I don't know, I didn't feel like it. It's probably better to wait a bit on this, a bit longer than I did, actually, because look at how this barely appears in time. I very nearly... That might have been, like, frame perfect, actually. Like, wait more, wait longer on that. So like this part is going, you know? Hold on. When do you go? I don't fucking. Oh yeah, that one. Jump, right there, and then it's lined up. Jump, you know. I also didn't do a full jump here. I did like a 12F jump, no slow fall. It looks close, but I don't think that can kill you. It'd be funny if it could. Maze. I do this differently than other people, but like only slightly. I feel like my inputs are more normalized, like more fast falling and full jumps and shit. I don't know. But either way, the one notable thing here is that I didn't buffer jump here. That's the strat. That makes it so that you can buffer full jump and 12F jump here, and it just lines this up well. If you buffer the jump off of this orange block and do that, you will, I believe, like fall past the red block. You could also do the waiting on that. Like I prefer doing the waiting there. You could also just do something entirely different. Yeah, again, don't buffer, but don't wait too long, because if you jump on the frame it moves down, which I think is here. Look at it moving down. I think it eats your lift boost. So like, don't wait too long. Also, worth noting for that, the same thing happens, I believe, on this wall bounce. If you pass it on the frame it moves down, you don't get any lift boost. So you want to try to avoid that. It's bullshit that even exists in the first place, but... And yeah, probably do this a bit slower than me, because this block only appears, look down here, this block only appears here, which is like 2 frames before I exited, 1. So, it's like sort of scary, but also not really. And yeah, I don't know. I eh, there's like not much to talk about in this. Most of it is just you do the thing. But maybe, hopefully, this is helpful or something. I don't know. Bye bye.